What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the CigarTV YouTube channel. It is currently 4:50 in the morning and we are headed on another venture to the Dominican Republic. Catch y'all at the airport. I don't even know what we got going on. LFD, Quesada, Aurora, PDR, Crimo, other people, Tabacalera. We're gonna make it happen. Y'all come join us. Tired, girl. Go ahead. That's crazy. Airport meet.
Las puertas están cerrando.
Hola, ¿qué pasó? Touchdown in DR. Y'all, we are here. We have made it to DR, Dominican Republic. We are at Central Plaza Hotel. We got a lot of exciting things, but tonight, first night, we're gonna start this trip like we did last one with one of my favorite meals of all time. Carne, puro si carne. We're gonna head over there right now waiting on the Uber. We're gonna stuff our bellies with carne. Yeah. And smoke a lot of stoves, hang out. But we're excited to see the guys over there. See y'all with a plate of food in front of me.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Great to see you.
Hi, doing good?
Miguel.
Nice to meet you.
Miguel. We're a little bit quiet today
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
because, you know, we were St. Valentine's Day yesterday, and those days have been very busy, you know, but today we got time to relax.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
I told him last time, you know, we came to Grand Cathedral and Fuente, we did the chateau, the factory, the school, everything. This dinner was my favorite part of the whole trip.
Now you got a chance to repeat it.
Yes, that's true. I don't know if we can remake that, but the food you can, you know what I'm saying?
We're better now.
Yeah, okay. Caribbean smoke, baby. House blend, courtesy of the house. Shout out Michael and his family. Hospitality in these Latin American countries is next level.
Buen provecho, good appetite.
Buen provecho.
Thank you. Tú, el dominicano te habla de español ya. Qué bueno.
Us with another day. Please watch over us and bless the hands that prepared this food. Amen.
Amen.
Hammer. I can take out another one. Probably should just order another one.
Yeah.
I need 20% equity in the company. I'll open my own location. We're tired. We just ate all that food. Y'all saw what just went down. That big platter, bunch of steak, bunch of meat, tostones, plantain maduros. I was smoking an Opus 20. At this place, they got a humidor as well, so let's go check that out. It wouldn't be right if we didn't check it out. All right, they got a bunch in here. We got Aurora, Dominican. We got Blackbird, a place that I want to check out one day. They got El Pupo, I think that's what they're called. Natura, we saw them at PCA last year. They got AJ Fernandez, that's a fantastic cigar. No, that's not Dominican. But we'll flip around here, and some people I haven't heard of. Nomos Cigar, shout out Nomos. You got a full Fuente section over here, all the opus you can want. They got 858, whatever you need. EP Carrillo, shout out them if you haven't checked that out. La Galera, we're going to see Tabacalera Palma tomorrow, where that's made, the owners of that. They're celebrating their 90th anniversary, so we're gonna do a special for them on that. We're very excited. A couple other ones, Astro, Gaspar, people I haven't heard of Bernat. I mean, I didn't even see that big ass La Aurora cigar. You can keep that, but that's pretty cool. Anything you guys want, man. If you're in the DR and you come to Santiago, they got Davidoff. If you guys are in the area, you guys have to stop into this place. Michael and his family are absolutely incredible. The food is fantastic, the cigars, the ambiance, the hospitality. I mean, the drinks are good. Whatever you need, they got it going on. Sometimes they have live music. I know on Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, I believe. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so they were telling us they were slammed. But like I said, man, it's like a family environment here, man. The kids running around, everybody's giving everybody hugs. This will be a place that is forever cemented in my cigar heart. Every time I come back here to DR, I will come here. And we might even come back a second time on this trip because I like this place so much. But we need one of these in Tampa. Whoever back home can make this happen, I need to make this happen. If not, I'm probably gonna do it. But with that being said, y'all, we're gonna call it a night. Day one here in DR tomorrow morning. 10 o'clock call, they're coming to pick us up. Like I said, Tabacalera Palma 90th anniversary. We're spending the whole day with them, so we're very excited for that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you guys more than you know. So thank you.
¿En español? ¿En español? What do you say in Spanish? ¿En español?
Muchas gracias y here.
Querido CigarTV! Forever, no?
Yes, we'll be back this trip. I love this place. I was just telling everybody here online, if they're ever in DR, you guys need to stop here. Absolutely. Well,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you for coming.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey, so I'll text you tomorrow.
Yeah, we're here till Friday, so
Yeah,
make sure you stop back here.
we'll stay in touch.
But appreciate you guys. Thank you guys. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Well-
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us here today at Tabacalera Palma.
It's a pleasure.
This place is gorgeous.
This was a farm that my father had, and we have some cows, and he grows tobacco here. So 30 years ago, I made a free zone here. So we begin with that first building, and a couple years ago, we decided to make a bigger factory for the future. We are celebrating this year the 90 years of the company. And we begin and do then the first fermentation here. When they has 130 degrees, we move. In that way, all the tobacco has the same kind of fermentation. From the middle, got in the top, and the one on the top got in the middle. They are debating. The tobacco, and she's putting the ligero, seco, and viso by side. This is a bigger ligero, a smaller ligero. Here they are sorting the wrapper.
This is the good stuff.
No.
It's all good stuff.
No, it's good stuff, but for example, I cannot give to a Churchill a small wrapper.
Right.
Because it's not going to fit. I cannot put a small t-shirt on you.
Right. You obviously want to blend for the market so you can make money, right? But also you want to perfect your craft and show people what you like as well. How do you balance out the two?
Keeping same percentage of tobacco.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yes.
Keeping same percentage. So the flavor at the end would be really close. Of course, the blends are not chemistry.
Yeah.
We have to adjust by year because we can have a crop without rain, and we have, different than other with more rain. So we have to fix that. We can keep 4 million cigars here.
4 million cigars.
Aging, and we age the cigar here for 3 to 6 months, depending how we want it.
Talk to me about the year of the horse. What is this cigar? What can people look forward to when they smoke this? Because everybody does a year of the horse. Not everybody, but a lot of people do. What's going to separate your guys's?
It's a difficult Brazilian wrapper. It's a rare. We keep those tobacco aging for years, and we have really special and aged tobacco for our 4 farms.
Absolutely. All 4 farms
Yes.
are in this cigar right here.
Yes.
Come on, somebody.
We create just for 1,500 people in this free zone, families.
Yeah.
Oh, a little more than that.
Wow.
So we have here and in the farm more than 600 people.
Do you guys do big machine-made cigars, or is it just
We do Robusto,
Robusto? Okay.
and Corona. Those are the bigger size.
Officially on this video, I gotta reintroduce yourself,
for
man.
sure.
Tell the people, man, where are we at? Who are you? Give them the rundown.
Jose Manuel Blanco. I always say I'm trying my best to be the 5th generation growing tobacco, 3rd generation making cigars. I still got a long way to go before I can actually say I am 5th and 3rd generation, but we're out here trying to make things happen, and right now we're in a Jacagua farm. San Francisco de Jacó de los Cocos is the actual name, but just Jacagua, that's how it's locally known. And it's our third farm, or our third biggest farm. So we have Gurabo, Potrero, and Canela also. So this one's more towards the city center. Very historic area.
This one of the prettier views we done seen.
So that's actually Pico Diego do Campo. It's the tallest mountain in the Cordillera Septentrional, which is a northern mountain range. It's gonna be almost 5,000 feet, 1,500 meters more or less.
Wow.
You could drive up to the base, and then there's a couple kilometers hike up to the tip. You could see both the sea and the valley. So
really?
if it's a clear day like today, usually it's covered by clouds. Obviously, we have tobacco in different stages because obviously there's a whole logistics behind it. By primings, you gotta have enough time to cure it, to tie it and cure it. So you could see different stages, so that we could, be working the priming of one area of the farm, this first picking and the second picking, and so on and so forth. In La Galera, we don't make anything bigger than a 60 ring gauge, right? So, and I'm making binder and filler over here. So I don't want an extra big leaf, but I want a thick leaf because that's where the flavor is. The different colored yarns, there's a different primings we use, or mix of colors.
Yeah.
So the yellow's one, the white's another one, the green's another one, yellow with green, and so on and so forth. It's a very time-consuming industry. It's an industry that teaches you patience. And the way it's done curing, it's just kind of like, you hear it. If it's not going ratty like that, it's too humid.
I mean, the fact that cigars, some can be 10, 8, 12, $15, is insane to me. That shit should be $40, $50.
And the thing is, you know, they're not waiting for me to make the cigars for me to pay them. You know, but I still have to keep the inventory. So you gotta play a lot with the amount of time and everything.
I look at this band, it says 1936, which means that this year would be the 90th anniversary. When I say the 90th anniversary, what does that mean to you?
You know, it's a double-edged sword. There's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. There's a big weight on my shoulders. There's some big shoes I gotta fill in. But in the end, I don't think God throws any challenge at you that you can't handle.
Dominican people smoke a lot of cigars and recognize quality.
Yes.
It's a really great market.
Jose Manuel Blanco, Vice President of Tabacalera Palma, and you're watching Cigar TV.
And Jochi Blanco, President of Tabacalera Palma, and I'm watching Cigar TV.
Y'all, that is a wrap here. Day 2 of Dominican Republic, Tabacalera Palma, La Galera Cigars. What an incredible experience. Shout out to Jochi and his son Jose. Got to meet with David Sweeney a little bit too from Son Parai. We got to see the old factory. We got to see the brand new factory. Got to see the farm. Beautiful, incredible, fantastic people once again. The process here and what they're doing is incredible. That's only our second day here in DR. We got a bunch more lined up. We got LFD in the morning, La Aurora after that, PDR cigars, Quesada, Crimo, a bunch more cigar content on the way, man. Dominican Republic is incredible. I don't know what else to say, man. Y'all just saw all of it. I will see y'all either at dinner or tomorrow morning. Y'all stay blessed. Much love. Tony, how you doing, sir?
Doing all right, brother. Yourself?
Fantastic, man.
Right.
Thank you for having us here today at LFD, La Flor Dominicana, man. This
Welcome,
place is
man.
absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. This building here is dedicated all to pre-industry and raw materials, right?
Okay.
So what we're going to see in here is fermentation and classification. What we're seeing here,
Other side.
this is fermentation, right?
Yes.
This is the most important thing you do in a cigar factory. If you don't do this correctly, you will never make a good cigar. You could have the best rollers in the world, you could have the best palate in the world, it all means shit, okay? If you don't properly ferment your tobacco.
Right.
This is the most important thing you do when it comes to consistency in a blend, okay? If you like that cigar?
I do like that
Okay.
cigar.
If you smoke it 2 months from now, should be the same cigar. If you smoke it 2 years from now, should be the same cigar, right? Within a reasonable range, of course, right? But this is where you achieve that, right? If a blend calls for a leaf of Ligero, it must be Ligero. So this is a machine here that splits wrapper leaves, right?
Yeah,
you pass it through, it removes the stem, right? And you keep the both sides. But like this machine was invented like, it was like 250 or 300 years ago, right? And everybody still uses it.
Yeah.
So this is our new expansion, man. We needed a lot more space, and well, we got it, right?
Yeah.
We were able to free up a lot of space in the factory too, which is great. So this is where these are made, man. Here's where we roll them.
It's almost still a club.
Yeah, man. The spirit's still alive, you know?
I asked you your favorite tobacco to work with earlier. What's your favorite cigar that you guys make?
Well, my favorite cigar is, and by the way, I have the flu right now, so I can't smoke. I'm just kind of holding it for show, but this is my favorite cigar.
What is it?
It's called the Golden Bull.
The Golden Bull.
You might remember some years ago we made an NFT, the whole crazy idea we had, and you know, this is the one.
So you're draw testing the bunches.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, that's why you do it, man, because you know, once you stick the wrapper on there, there's no sense in wasting a wrapper on
you don't
a plugged cigar, right?
Right.
The main function of this room, right, which is humidity controlled and temperature controlled, is to even out the different humidity levels in all the different leaves in the cigar. right? So some might be a little more wet, some might be a little more dry. What we want is to even that out so that you ensure an even burn. You know, the bulk of this, like this is all going to the US,
Right.
and all of this too. So US is still like 80 to 85%.
Yeah.
This is the humidor that we're gonna auction off at Pro Cigar.
That Pro Cigar.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
It came out beautiful.
This thing is
Spectacular
gorgeous.
piece. Yeah, man. At the end of the day, the only way you know for sure what you're getting is if you do it yourself. But that was always the idea behind LD, was vertical integration and to control everything ourselves.
Yeah.
My name is Tony Gomez. I guess I'm the vice president of Flor Dominicana Cigars, and you're watching Cigar TV.
LFD is next level. This place is clean, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. Thank you, Tony, for opening the factory to us, you and your family. That is stop 1 of day 2 factory tours. Well, I'll start right here. Quesada team, thank you guys so much for having us here. We're in Santiago Tamboree. I don't know where we're at.
in Licey.
In Licey. It's part of Santiago.
Okay.
Licey.
Well, thank you guys so much for opening your factory for us. We're excited today to tour and show the people what happens here at Quesada Cigars.
We've been having this box factory for more than 20 years. As I said before, not a lot of cigar factories have box factories.
Yeah.
But it was something that my father had in the 2000s. That he had this vision that he wanted to have because it was a pain to have like the outdoors company because these
You
people.
can go ahead. Let it
It's closed 100%.
go. Yeah, you can't open it.
No, because it's closed.
It's closed.
Then, if you need a lead, for example, half inch, you have to cut it half inch.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
that's a label though.
So we put in ready everything. We prepare 100% the box here.
So Lil, come and say hi. She's Lil, Sean.
Hola. Sean, pleasure.
So Leah's been working for us for a long time too, about like 20 years also. She used to live in Nicaragua. She worked for us in Nicaragua, the Plasencia family, when we used to make cigars in Nicaragua. And then now she came back to Dominican Republic and she's been here with us for 8 months. 8 months.
How did he end up here? I know it's normally women doing the sorting process.
Well, Dominicans are like that.
He's like
¿Qué tiempo te tiene aquí?
Ah, tengo mucho.
But ¿cuánto?
we say, it's a toludo.
Ah, tú ves.
All trade.
He's had more than 40 years here.
Yeah, okay.
So this is one of the ones that we have from.
smells.
Yeah, smell that.
Smell like a sweet.
It's sweet. Jalamos, no?
Yeah, this is ometepe.
Ometepe.
From Nicaragua.
See?
The ligero and the combustion is perfect.
Yeah.
Because you know the ligero is more lazy for burning than the seco and viso.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
We do the stemming process in 2 ways, on the machine or by hand. So this is the machine.
What deciphers if you're going to use the machine versus by hand? Is it the type of tobacco or just timing? Like, why are you using this tobacco in this machine?
No, because the wrapper is in the machine.
The wrapper, yeah.
Usually
says she's only an officer.
so there you go. This is the way. See?
Yeah. Look at that.
Fast, fast, fast. Go.
It's okay.
Almost, you're there.
It's crazy to think that like a million cigars.
Yeah.
A million. And you think about all the brands too. You know, obviously we're here for you guys, but every brand has a million cigars. That's a lot of cigars. Like, are we smoking that much?
Yeah.
Are we really smoking that much?
Yes, we are.
Wow.
It all started in Spain, as I said before, in the northern part of the country, in Asturias. That was my grandfather was born, and my whole family. And this is my grandfather, his son. He had 3 children, one only boy, which was Manuel also, Quesada, and then he was the one that was brought to Cuba.
The Magnus 2 line is one of a kind brand. All the cigars are shaped cigars.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. We have box press, we have oval press, which is one of the few cigars in the market, as you see, it's actually oval.
Yeah.
And believe me, They love doing that here.
It looks like the Quesada Q almost. The love.
I believe that Dominican Cigars has this elegant profile of smoking.
And of course, you can't take away our charisma and touch of funniness, right?
Yeah, that's something that differentiates us from the rest. Yeah.
My experience here is a nice place. You know, the people are very friendship. There's a lot of people here with a lot of experience.
Me and my sister, something that we want to give to the world is that we have a great team behind us, and it's not only about us. You know, Quesada, it's a whole group of people.
Hi, my name is Cristian Lama. I'm a sales director at Quesada Cigars. You are watching CigarTV.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Gonzalez, Customer Service Senior Coordinator, and you're watching CigarTV.
My name is Wilma Hernandez. I'm the COO of the Quesada Cigars, and you are watching CigarTV.
I'm Raquel Quesada. I'm the CEO of Quesada Cigars, and you are watching CigarTV.
Today we are here at PDR Cigars in Dominican Republic. Let's head on in and check them out. Hey, how you doing, sir?
How you doing, Sean?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having us today at PDR Cigars. We're excited to be here and check out your factory.
Oh, thank you for coming. We have tobacco in there.
That smells good.
Yeah, so the tobacco itself, like for example, this type of filler that we have is broadleaf. So broadleaf has some natural sweetness to it, but what it does, if there's any bitterness or anything, it goes away. So it starts coming up.
Yeah.
It starts getting more sweeter and stuff. Yeah. This just got put in, so I'll show you stuff upstairs that's been there for like a month.
Yeah.
This is a San Andres wrapper, Indonesian binder. He weighs it. See, he felt like he was a little bit off, like he puts it back. So this is one point of QA that we have.
Yes.
Then we have the supervisors that you see working around. Then after like he sees that he has about 100 cigars, he goes and inspects it again. If he's off, he weighs it again over here. You'll see the process of the supervisors.
Yep.
They're inspecting everything. The rollers weigh everything. So again, what you see first, a scale.
Yep.
So we weigh it again, because sometimes the cigar may have more than 1 gram too much, but it may draw well. Yeah. You know.
You got like trap doors, you know?
It's like trap door. You don't know where you're going. So now everything from the freezers come out here. They held everything here. When it gets frozen, we have to wait until we shut off the freezer, and the freezer needs to get up to ambient temperature. So if it's over here, if out here is like 70 degrees, you can't open the door until it becomes 70 degrees inside. So we have a little heater. And once the temperature gets to 70, then you can open the door. We try to maintain humidity here, you know, like 66, 68.
Yeah.
But also we can't have it too high because we want it to dry out a little bit, because the wrapper and binders are wet. It goes from the freezer too. It needs to, you know, fully dry from the inside. Here's the final goods. So we finish our goods here. You know, the box is finished here. So here is where we finish packing. When the cigars, when the person do the sorting, that girl that you saw doing the color sorting, this is where it comes. So they bring here, they put the bands over there. They're putting cellophane right now. Before the pandemic, we used to ferment. You've been to other places that you see like a bunch of leaf, like on a square, like pilon. We call it pilon. Troje is like a pilon. So they call it pilones. We used to do all this whole area, because I used to contract farm, and I used to do that stuff. And then I stopped and I started again. And then about a couple of years ago, we had I don't know if when you drove in, you saw this whole building that that was William Ventoria's factory. That place burned, and like the smoke came in here and all that stuff. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna buy the tobaccos. Like, thank God I'm part of Pro Cigar, that I can just get really high-end suppliers. They take it out little by little, give it a little moisture, and check the leaf one by one.
Yeah.
You know, and then sort it out by quality. You know. So
size, color.
Size. No, color. No, it's just
color.
size. This is filler.
Okay.
You can do color, but that's really it. No, it's mostly size, and if not too broken.
Yes.
You know. It's sweet, but
some sweetness to it.
But it's like it's like a little chili.
Yeah.
Like a chili powder on top. right? Like it's like a little chili powder spice on top of it.
For sure.
Yeah. What do you think of the mural?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So that's actually the painter. I designed it though.
Okay.
You know, I'm working really hard in building an international company where we focus on quality and flavors and unique and more, not unique, try to, as you said, you were smoking that cigar, it has like that sweetness and that punch, like a little pop to it. Not do like the everyday cigar, have something that people can come back to all the time. Hi, I'm Abe Flores from PDR Cigars and you're watching Cigar TV.
I appreciate you having us here at La Aurora. Who are you? What do you do? Give the people some background information.
My name is Miguel and I'm in charge of, well, myself and Eugene, we're in charge of giving people who come visit our factory a really good time. Actually, I get to show you. This is basically what a cutting board would be. Just saw a slice of wood.
Wow.
And that's what you make cigars on back in the day. Now we use stainless steel because tobacco is regulated like food. So these old carbon steel cutters, no good. They rust, so we use stainless steel as well.
Wow.
What you see here is quite the production line. And just know, this is the last stage of a process that involves about 500 people per cigar, which is not an insignificant amount of people, that's right. And here, every table has teams of 2 in them, and they're working on different assignments. They pick up their assignment in this greenhouse, and the buncher gets to make the cigars themselves, you know, mix the fillers, blend it correctly, make sure it's packed nice and even. Then, at the end of the day, well, they'll be pressed when he's done, and at the end of the day, those molds will be picked up, taken to the back of the room where every single cigar is going to be draw tested.
Yes.
The reason you do that is because the best customer support is to not need customer support, so it's just a better investment. Now that the cigars are here, just invest the time and energy into draw testing every single cigar. But you can see, not only is she making the cigar itself, but she's also got her scale, because she wants to be in tolerance. This cheat sheet here gives her all the specifications she needs to know.
All right, last standout thing to me is I have little casitas, it looks like here. What is the story behind the casita?
Want to go? Well, it's like being in a neighborhood, right?
Yes.
So let's go to every house to show you what's up. It's actually the most underrated product we make, the molds.
The molds.
We can walk in, so you can join me here.
You guys actually make your own molds?
That's right. And you know, we have our own machine shop, so we make molds for the sizes we need, and the business is called PCM. So we also supply to other factories.
I love that.
So this here, Señor Modesto. ¿Cómo está usted? Perdón que le traiga una cámara para acá. Me estamos mostrando los procesos de control de calidad. So this little lab here is the quality control lab. It's small, but there's a lot of work being done here. What you do is you just look at the stats. How are your rollers doing? What's their rejection rate? Who needs a little bit more motivation? Who do you need to talk to? Where are things going wrong? Where are they going right? That's really important. You always think quality control, think what's going wrong, but you also have to emphasize on what's going right. What are we doing well and we should keep doing? You can't really make cigars at this scale if you don't plan your production.
Right.
That's what the Red House is for.
Red House.
Now let's visit the Red House. Señor López, Maciel, ¿cómo están ustedes? What they're doing here is pretty next level because they plan the production. So everything that needs to get done is organized in this small little room. And you can see they've got plenty of cigars. This is for their personal enjoyment. No, I'm kidding, this is production.
I'm sure you guys could smoke through it if you had to.
This is where raw material distribution happens. So come with me. We're not gonna go too deep in there, not to disturb them, but you can see at the end of the room you've got the bolas. That's just blends ready to go. Rollers receive that and they just have to separate the tobaccos and start rolling. Everything is already ready for them. As you can see, one of our rollers is collecting material. She's gonna collect some wrappers and it's being signed off to her. And when she turns in cigars, we take into account how much she received and how much she produced. 3,000 people work in all of La Aurora.
In this building, it's about 800 people.
Okay.
You've got to get rid of the central vein for the wrappers, and you get two sides. Rollers only receive one side at a time, so they either receive a batch of right sides or left sides, because it makes it easier. You're rolling only with your right hand, or you're rolling only with your left hand. And the ladies here de-stemming, they're taking off the stem and separating those sides. Then they're coming over here, where the ladies here are classifying based on size and grade.
Listen, I learned that you need to, don't work alone. You need to be like work like a team. I try to find out what tobacco is creating that expectation. And this is mine.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Try. Always I do at least 4 or 5 different samples blend. I'm Manuel Hinoa, La Aurora Master Blender. 43 years working in the cigar business, and you are watching CigarTV. Keep in touch.
This area is the fumigation area. Whenever we have an outbreak of tobacco beetles or anything that needs to be contained, it is exterminated here. When cigars are delivered, they come here for a couple of reasons. The main one is to evaporate the excess moisture. Your wrappers are very humid, you want them to be elastic, and here those levels of humidity will harmonize. You can't do that in the cold aging room as well, because you get a lot of shrinking in the cigar, and that ruins it.
Thank you for showing us, man.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Now we get to see the farm, which would go before this in the real world. Yes. But it was easier for us to start here, and you know how it is.
Nothing wrong with a little reversal, you know?
Well, let's get to it then.
Let's do it.
Here, we have a germinator. Normally your germinator is going to be empty, and you take seeds of the variety you specifically want to grow and you scatter them on here and wait till they're at this stage, more or less. This is very important to get right, because if you clutter them too much, it'll turn into a competitive environment. They'll tangle with each other. They'll compete for space. They'll compete for space not just above the dirt level, but also beneath, because this is something you're going to actually work with to get the plants out. So one by one, you're gonna take proper tools, actually, not just your fingers like I'm doing, because if you use your fingers, you kill them. So you need to dig them out one by one and transplant them from the germinator over to the tray. It looks like these have been trimmed at the top. Yeah. That's correct. The reason we trimmed at the top is because we had some storms last week, or in the last couple of days, really. And you can't transplant these out into the farm with harsh weather. The way into this area is over there. So I want you guys to be ready. It's a little muddy in there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. This is huge, but when it dries, it's gonna be much, much smaller.
Yes.
And this will maybe be good enough for just 2 cigars. If we're lucky, 4.
Gorgeous.
And we've already had the lower levels harvested, you know, foliar levels. We got the volado, seco, viso, and ligero. But for wrappers, we don't call them that. We call them first priming, second priming, third priming, and so on until you're done. This mesh roofing kind of blocks about 30 to 40% of the sun's light. You can still feel a lot of it. Yes. But it's not nearly as harsh as it would be if we were standing outside. Certain structures are set up for the order in which you harvest and what's on top, what's on the bottom. It's always programmed by farm, but as you can see here, these have not been too long in here.
No, this is no, it looks like.
You go from green to yellow, and yellow to brown. This is a really good example of the kind of transformation we're looking for this year. And ultimately, what you want to get out of this process is just develop flavor. Yeah. The chlorophyll breaks down the amino acids, the starches, proteins. Now, you do get a side effect of that, which is the breakdown of all organic material produces ammonia. That's why we have fermentation.
How you doing, man? Yeah, man, let's do it. Y'all, day 4 or 5, I don't know where we're at in the DR. We got Walter from Crimo right here, man. Say what's up to the people, man. How you doing? Good to see you. How you doing? Good, man. Thank you for having us, buddy. Absolutely, let's do it. I'm not chasing. YouTube world, I have been disowning you guys on this trip. We have been running back and forth from factory to factory, experience to experience, but it is our official last day here in Dominican Republic, and we are in Puerto Plata. Puerto Plata at the beach in the Dominican Republic, and Tabacalera Crimo will come this way so we don't get hit by vehicles. It's a very slow pace here in the DR, but the driving is fast and crazy. We know Walter from Crimo Cigars in Little Havana in Miami. If you haven't checked out that video, go check that out right now. But we are here in DR at their cigar factory, and they have a bar and lounge that we're getting ready to go see. Let's check this place out real quick. Walter, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy?
Welcome back.
Yeah, man. Welcome back to a different country, man. We're here in the Dominican Republic today at Tabacalera Crimo, man. We're so excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We're making some private labels. We're focusing a lot on private labels, manufacturing for other brands, developing other brands for the industry, the new generation.
Yeah, man.
That's coming ahead. Similar to Miami, we're working with Cuban rollers.
Yes.
So you do find Cuban rollers here in the Dominican Republic.
Yep.
We want to maintain the same quality and craftsmanship that we have in Miami. We want to keep everything consistent with our brand. He's saying that the wrapper is the definition and the beauty of the cigar. Is the aesthetic. He gives it a cut on the top.
Media luna aquí.
And then a half moon at the bottom. There's a lot of humidity in Puerto Plata. So we have what we call the dry room. We have to dry the leaves before we hand it over to the rollers.
Yeah.
To make sure we take out that moisture out of the tobacco.
I mean, you can literally see the cruise ships from right here. It's absolutely incredible.
Yes, yes, it is. They need to rest. It needs its time. Minimum, 45 days for us. But we have cigars that have been aging here for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So we have some cigars that are very, very, very delicious. This is where we display our goods. As I mentioned, this is our Reserve series made here in the Dominican Republic. We took a lot of pride in creating these blends. We took our time. Has a lot of, it's a combination of Cuba and Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
All the tobacco leaves that we use are Cuban seed grown here in the Dominican Republic. And of course, the craftsmanship comes from our Cuban rollers. So these cigars are as an extension of our Miami collection, but made here in the Dominican Republic.
Walter, man, this is an incredible experience, man. Look at this right here. How can you beat this?
Welcome to Puerto Plata. We're in a, ¿qué carro es este?
So this is a Ford Thunderbird 1962.
Oh,
Ford Thunderbird 1962.
We're in a Ford Thunderbird 1962. Sponsored by Classic Car. You're gonna come to Puerto Plata and get your classic car, and we're just gonna ride around and tour Puerto Plata.
Wow, man. Well, since we're here, man, talk to me about this area of Puerto Plata.
Man, thousands of tourists walk through here on a daily basis. Many cruise ships stop. We have the port that stops right across from the factory. So a lot of people walking around here, learning a little bit about the town.
You started in Miami. And out of all the choices, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, Brazil, all these places that you could have planted some more roots, you decided Dominican Republic. Talk to me about that decision.
The soil, the culture, the people. We're so close to Cuba.
Yeah.
We're just trying to combine everything all in one cigar.
What's the Crimo Cigar Instagram, man? If they want to order online, find the website.
Crimo Cigars.
Crimo Cigars. Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy.
I see you guys are pushing the content Tabacalera Crimo a little bit more.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I think that everybody, and I think you know this as well, man, like, this, not only your story, not only the story of the Dominican Republic and the tobacco, like these guys, the rollers, the tradition, the Crimo name, like the people who started that brand 100-something years ago, like those stories need to be told. And I don't think the appreciation in America specifically, because that's what I've seen, I don't think the cigar consumer knows what has really gone into this, right? I mean, this is YouTube now, but y'all, this man drove an hour and a half this morning to come get us. Drove an hour and a half back, set up these cars with the team. You know, Cigars got his team ready in the factory. We're going to the lounge. They have laid out the red carpet for us, and that is the Crimo experience. If you have the ability to get to the DR, Puerto Plata, make sure you stop in. It's a quick, not even a 2-minute walk. And if you're in Miami, all of our Florida folks, I know y'all go to Miami, y'all like to party. Y'all are down there, Little Havana. Go check out Walter, Crimo, and what they're doing down there. Absolutely incredible, man. So, yeah. I feel like we were just in a movie. This new Scarface coming out called the CigarTV face. No, we won't. That's Provided Cigar Club. Man, we're here in the Dominican Republic, Puerto Plata, Tabacalera Crimo. Shout out Classic Cars, Puerto Plata for that beautiful excursion experience. Killer content with Walter from Crimo, man. If you're ever on a cruise visiting the Dominican Republic, this is the place to be, man. Make sure y'all stop in the lounge, the bar, check out the factory, and take the tour with Classic Cars, Puerto Plata.
Yep. You can probably take that out of the model also.
I want to open the shop. I love it.
So this is our 3rd year in the Dominican Republic. Expanded out of Miami, Florida, where we have our main factory. We focus a lot on quality and consistency. So hopefully we can leave our legacy through every cigar that we produce. My name is Walter Santiago, owner at Crimo Cigars, and you're watching CigarTV.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unrolled. My name is Sean Mobley, and today we're here at Cuban Crafters MIA in the Miami port. Let's check them out. Placencia, Padron. It's like the Perdomo La Aurora. Some Oliva Series V. Aging room. Monte Cristo. Outsiders. Outcast. Shava Hava. Well, we appreciate you guys coming. Thank you for taking the time to show us around. They have a banging special 25 100% Cuban seed for $89.99. Do not buy that shit. Go to the DR. Y'all, we appreciate y'all tapping into this video. We're getting ready to head back to Tampa. Call it a day, call it a weekend, call it a trip. If y'all haven't checked out our socials, The Cigar TV. Make sure y'all tapping into everything, staying up to date. We got PCA, Tampa Cigar Week. I heard some Miami Festival thing. I don't know what we're gonna do, but y'all stay tuned as always. Man, we appreciate the love and lots of support.